Hi everybody, this is Bhupinder. In this tutorial I want to talk about Ruler. Ruler is very useful tool that Microsoft has. Sometimes it's not activated or it's not shown. You need to go to the view tab and then click on the ruler here and it would turn on. So first thing first, you can double click on the darker gray area on the ruler to open the page setup. Also, you can observe from here that there is a horizontal and a vertical ruler when you are on a print layout. So in the page setup you have margins. Obviously, because I live in Europe, these units are in centimeters. If you're in the US, it could be in inches. It could be the margin 1 inch on the top and 1 inch on the bottom, and the gutter is the gap from the left hand side. Okay, we can choose the gutter position, which is left here, for binding. So once you print and you want to bind, you make holes, so you want some gap for the holes. So you have gutter by default 0, and the position is left. And also you have margins on the top and the bottom, on the left and right. All the margins are equal to 1 inch, or in here 2.54 centimeters. And you can change orientation, portrait or landscape. And then you can also go to the paper setting and change different paper sizes. This is A4, the most common used paper size, which is 8.5 inches by 11 inches, but you could go and select any other paper sizes depending on what printer you have and what the paper is available in that printer. Once you familiarize yourself with this, you can click OK, and we want to talk about the horizontal ruler first. So here you can see the origin of the ruler is here. To the right hand side is where you can type and it's visible. To the left hand side it's our margin, and start going up in this direction, 1, 2 and 2.54 centimeter, which is 1 inch, and here also 1 inch, and vertical ruler 1 inch on the top and 1 inch at the bottom. And then from here start counting to the right side, 1, 2, 3 centimeters until 15 or 16 centimeters reach approximately. And same with the vertical, which is more than 24 centimeter, 24.5 centimeter. And again in American it's in inches. So we can adjust the margin on the fly by moving our cursor on that area, and then double line appears, then left click to select it, and then you can see drag it. As you're dragging it, the margin to the left side increases, but the margin to the right side stays constant. The space that we have now to write, to type, is lower. So you can drag it again and put it back to approximately where it was. So I copy paste some text into Word to make the movement much more clear in these examples, and I resize it to 100%. So there are 2 rectangles and 1 rectangular box here for the ruler. So if you select both the paragraphs like this, or Control A to select all the paragraphs, you can move just the first indent. These are used for indenting. So if you select the top rectangle and move it forward, you can adjust the indent of the first line of the paragraphs. But if you want to move them, all the paragraph together, you can select them like this, and you can see they are moved together. And if you select just the square and they're on top of each other, the triangulars, you can move the whole paragraph together back to where we started. You can just do that to the first or any one of the paragraphs by putting the cursor in the first line of that paragraph and then moving that in this way, or moving that all together. It's up to you. You can align the paragraphs in different staggers as you wish for. So next important thing is the tabs, stop tabs. So if you go to the left corner, top left corner, you see this symbol. This is a symbol of left tab. So tab means when I press tab on my keyboard, it moves the line by a couple of centimeters. By default it is 1.2 centimeter or half an inch. So if you put it back, it comes back. But you can also set up tabs manually so that you can adjust it. When you press tab, it will stop there rather than the default value for different lines of different paragraphs. There are various tab stops that you could implement. By clicking here, you can change the tab type, and when you click here, it will create one of those types. So if I click now on this, it becomes a center tab. And if you move your cursor, it gives you the description of the tab. Then click again, right tab. Now is a decimal tab, a bar tab, an indent tab, hanging indent tab, and back to the left tab. Left tab is the most popular stop tab used. So let's give you some example of how to implement them. Watch my cursor. It's on the first paragraph, first line, very much towards the bottom of the ruler. Just click with your left mouse button. That's how we insert the tab. And then if I go back to my paragraph and press tab, you can see the first line of the paragraph moves to that space. Again, this symbol applies only to the first line of the paragraph. So if I come here and then press tab, you see it doesn't happen. The same tab doesn't apply to the second line of the paragraph. Or if I go to the second paragraph and press tab, that tab doesn't apply to the second paragraph. So if I want the second line to be at a different tab, you need to press enter to make it a different paragraph, and then you can create another tab by clicking there and then pressing tab on the keyboard. So you can go and repeat the process to another line, but remember you need to press enter to separate the paragraphs from each other, and then press again and then press tab, and stops there. Now if you want to get rid of the tab, you need to select it with your left key and pull it down. You can see it disappears. Select with the left key, pull it down, it disappears. Or if you want to have a more precise tab values, like in centimeters or inches, just go over it and double click on it. It tells you the tab stop position. We have actually moved it to 3 centimeter, which is around an inch, a bit more than an inch, and alignment is left. As you can see, you can here change to any precise length that you want. Once you're happy with your change, let's change this to 5 for example. Press OK. So 5 is created here. If I press tab, it brings it to 5, and if I select the tab by clicking it, it draws a line, and you can see the text is aligned to the left of the tab line. That's why it's called left tab. This is just the tip of the iceberg what you can do with a ruler. Play around and familiarize yourself with it more, because it's a very useful feature. It's very strange that Microsoft has decided to by default turn the ruler off, but nevertheless, let's continue learning and make ourselves better at various Microsoft products, because they're gonna be here for a very long time. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. please don't forget to watch my other tutorials on Word, Excel, or any other Microsoft products, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Bye bye.